So as you're starting to arrive, you start to check in with your body and with how your body is feeling right now, this moment, whatever time it is for you. And if your body wants to do any sort of movements, hi Aoife, then you can feel free to move or maybe get some kinks out, maybe do some cat-cows with the spine or stretch out the neck, whatever feels good. And then once you do feel a little bit more comfortable and at ease in the body, you can just start to find a comfortable still position. So start to align your pelvic floor with the back of your throat and align your shoulders with your hips and just check in with your trunk and the shape that your spine is in. And just starting to become aware of that channel that is between the root of your spine and like the pelvic floor, glutes area, all the way through the crown of your head. And just starting to kind of clear and straighten and lengthen that channel, that center line of energy up and down the spinal cord. And once you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, or if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, at any point you can allow your eyes to gently close. And just mark your arrival into your body today with a full and deep cleansing breath. So taking a long, intentional inhale in through the nose, slowly filling yourself up, and taking a few more sips of air even once you think you're full to just really fill up. And pause for just a moment to just experience that fullness. And as you need to, without straining, slowly letting that go. Bit by bit, decompressing and pushing a little bit more air out of you even once you think you're empty, to just really empty yourself and pause in that emptiness. And allow your next breath to come as needed. You can breathe just like that a few more rounds if that feels really good for you today. And whenever you are ready, you can release the guidance over your breath and come into the role of the observer and simply observe your body breathing. And just starting to check in with your face. And just notice any resting expression that is on the face. Maybe in the forehead or the eyebrows or the jaw. And just simply by noticing any shapes or areas of tension, this is what then allows you to soften. So allowing any expression to just melt away as you feel all the muscles across the face just ungrip from the bones. And just trust the anatomy of your body, the anatomy of your face and your head. And that there is no doing that is required of you. And there's nothing you need to hold up. There is no shapes or expressions that you need to hold. And you can trust that as you relax, as you release, your face will be held exactly as it's meant to. And there is nothing that you need to do to achieve this. And just letting even your eyeballs just be supported and held by the sockets. Allowing your gaze to be wherever it is. Maybe it's looking outside the body at something outside of you. Maybe you're looking into the backs of the eyelids. Maybe you're looking up slightly into the forehead. Maybe your eyes are rolling back to peer into the skull. But wherever your gaze happens to be, just practicing softening the gaze, just like we are doing to the muscles, just not fixating on one single point, but letting the eyes be still at the same time. So you can see everything in your periphery, even if that is just darkness. Just practicing seeing the full width and depth of your vision wherever you happen to be looking. And letting the eyes fully relax as you do this, and therefore letting your brain fully relax as you just remember that your eyes are an extension of your brain. And letting your brain be held by the skull, not feeling the need to hold it in a specific way or hold it up. Just letting it relax, letting it be supported by your skull. And just by releasing the eyes and the brain, the rest of your body will naturally follow these cues. So letting that softness just naturally travel down the brainstem, releasing the cheeks and the jaw and the mouth and the throat along the way, releasing the ears, the hairline, the scalp, as it travels into the neck, down the throat, and across the shoulders and the collarbones, as you just let the shoulders be heavy, as you feel the sides of your neck getting a little bit longer, the back of your neck getting a little bit longer, and letting your arms be fully heavy, and the hands just resting in their natural position, allowing for any natural curving of the fingers to exist. As you just start to bring your awareness fully into both of your hands. And to start to notice anything that you feel in the hands. And maybe you don't feel much, or maybe you can notice a faint pulsing sensation. And just starting to trace the space in between your heart and your hands. And just remembering that your heart is physically and energetically connected to your hands. And all the veins and vessels that connect your heart to your fingers. And all the blood that is being pumped from your heart into your hands. And how there is a pulse in your hands. And maybe you can feel it. Or maybe you can feel a slight hint of it. Or maybe not, and that's okay too. But just becoming curious as you remember that this pulse exists inside of your body. So why wouldn't you be able to feel it? This is your pulse. This is yours to feel. Just remembering that as you feel the rhythm of your own body, the constant pulse and beating that is throughout your entire body. And gradually letting some awareness come into your lungs and into your rib cage, and just allowing the protection of your rib cage to be there, allowing that support, and letting your lungs breathe with ease, and just watching as your lungs breathe. And gently press against the rib cage each time that you inhale, and gently release and soften away from the rib cage as you exhale. And letting that same sense of softness and release to be in your stomach, all the muscles in your stomach and back. allowing it to travel into your hips, your pelvic floor, your glutes. Just fully softening into the surface that supports you, trusting the surface that supports you, and trusting the earth that is supporting you beneath that surface. And letting your legs feel the same sense of support, and your feet. As you remember that your heart is also connected all the way to your toes and all the areas in between. Your heart is connected to your toes, to your fingers, and to your brain, to your entire body. And remembering that your body is made to heal. Healing is a part of being who you are. It's a part of being human. And we can either do things that support this healing or make this healing a little bit prolonged. And no matter how you support or don't support your process of healing, your body will continue to heal. Your body is made to heal. Your mind is made to heal. And your body and mind are connected. They are one with each other. And there is nothing that you can do that will take your body so far off track that you will stop healing. If you think about just getting a simple paper cut or a simple scrape on your knee, there are things that you can do. You can put ointments on to encourage that healing. You can put a Band-Aid on to support that healing process. But even if you just let the air get at it and don't really do much, that will magically heal itself. Your skin will mend. And there's nothing that you are doing to make that happen. Your body heals, and it will always heal. And simply by being aware of that healing and by being aware of what we can do to encourage healing, that is what can help us through that process and maybe make it a little bit quicker or less painful. But if we are unaware that we are healing, then it will go at a much slower and maybe more painful pace just because we are unaware that we're healing. And healing is a painful process. It's a process of shedding old layers of yourself and old ideas and old responses to be into this new version of yourself. It's kind of just like a snake shedding its skin, or the process of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. These are messy processes, and they're not simple and easy and painless. This is a process of life. Growth is painful and healing is painful. So just switching maybe your connotation of what pain is and how you respond to pain. Because I think we've all been conditioned to believe that pain is bad. And if you're in pain, then something is wrong and it's bad. But pain is good. Pain is a part of life, and we can't escape it. And trying to escape pain is trying to escape a part of life, which causes suffering. So simply by accepting that we will be in pain, maybe we are in pain right now, and maybe not, maybe we will be in pain in the future, but just by accepting that pain is a part of the process can erase that whole layer of suffering, of feeling like we should not feel this way. because I think modern medicine really nails it into us that you shouldn't be in pain, and pain is bad, and pain is a sign something is wrong. And that is true. Pain is a sign, it's a signal, it's a message of something that might need help, might need more support, might need something to change. But it's not bad. It's very helpful, it's very telling. And by ignoring pain, that is what can create a lot more pain and a lot more suffering and more, I guess, bad things to happen. So just trusting that you feel everything you're meant to feel when you're meant to feel it. And we are not meant to feel happy and healthy and perfect all the time. And if we did feel that way, we would not like it. We would get very bored very quick. So just trusting all these ups and downs of your life and how that in itself is the beauty of life. And we are meant to experience this full range of emotions. And you don't have to wonder why or if you did something wrong and that's why you are feeling the way you feel. Because you're always going to go through the cycle of feeling. And sometimes we will be upset and in pain and hurt and feel in the dark. And other times we will feel whole and healthy and happy and loving and loved. And all those little variations of those emotions in between. So just knowing that you already know what supports your health and your happiness and your healing. And it's just about how often you choose to listen to that and how often you choose to care for this temple of yours that is your body. And being so kind to yourself when you know that you haven't been caring for yourself, or when you've been doing things that maybe don't support your process of healing. Because that's a part of life too. We have to kind of travel off of the path to know what the path is. You kind of have to stray from the center to find the center. So it is totally okay, everything that you have done up to this point, because it has gotten you to this point. And you are still here, you are alive, and you are healthy, and you are healing. So if it feels like something you would like to do, you can bring your hands to a prayer position at heart center and just truly feel this pulsing of your palms. And press your thumbs toward your heart and lift your heart back toward your thumbs and truly feel this connection of this pulse that is in your heart, that is in your hands. And just remembering that this pulse is your reminder of your ability to heal and your ability to love and be loved. This pulse is your reminder that you are loved, and there is nothing you can do that will make you not be loved. And this heart is your proof of that. So as you take a deep and full breath into your body, just filling up with anything that is helpful and beneficial to your healing, just letting it soak into you. And as you exhale, just letting go of anything that is no longer serving you, as you let your head gently bow. And just bowing to the source of energy that is allowing your body to pulse, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to this constant source of guidance and inspiration around you. Again, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice alongside you. And most importantly, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today, for choosing to listen. And may this practice and may this act of pure self-love and self-care continue to heal you through the rest of your days and your nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding into everything that you do, into everyone that you see. Namaste.